already talking about the iPhone 6 with Shelly Palmer. Yes.
Yep.
So if you're interested in upgrading, Shelly Palmer is here. He has some new information about the 6, the 6 Plus, and of course Apple Watch.
Okay, so Shelly, break it all down for us. Which one should we buy?
You know, that's going to be a really hard choice because, as they like to say, size matters. The iPhone 6 is about the same size from a physical standpoint as a Samsung S5 or the HTC M8 One M8, which means you can get it in your top pocket, like I've got my phone in my top pocket.
Jeans pockets we were talking about.
And
though,
yeah, we were talking about jeans
guys,
pockets. My phone I can put in my jeans pocket. This is an LG G3. It goes in my suit pocket and it goes in my jeans pocket. The 6 Plus is about a 1/4 inch taller because it's got the button and it's got the big screen. So although it's super thin and awesome looking, it's got a button on it, so it needs to be slightly bigger. And that's where you're going to get into this, do I really want the big one? Can I use the slightly smaller one? This is a personal choice. So, of course, 4 million people got online immediately and pre-ordered the iPhone. But before you run to your computer to order it, I would heavily suggest, you look at the specs, make yourself a little piece of cardboard, try to stick it in the pockets you're going to stick it into. For women who carry a purse, it's not a big deal, but a lot of the girls I know throw their phones in their back pockets. This thing is going to stick out pretty significantly no matter where you put it, and you may not be able to physically sit folded over with that in your jeans pocket. So just understand, this phone is bigger than pretty much any phone. It's like sticking an iPad mini in your pocket.
Sizably larger than the iPhone 5.
Demonstrably larger, like an inch larger.
So maybe go to the store starting Friday when they have them
when they come out. But a lot of people just wanted to have it. The fanboys and fangirls jumped out and said, I'm going to have this right now. It's like, well, that's cool. This thing is bigger than you think it is. It really is.
Let's talk about some of the features. What are some of your favorites with this iPhone 6?
Actually, I don't have one because this phone is iterative. It is not in any way innovative. It's just a big iPhone with a little better processor, a little better camera. It's just a little bit better.
Has the pay feature.
Well, that is a function of the software, and Apple Pay will be available on phones all the way back. If you got a 5S, you have a 5, you'll be able to use Apple Pay, not all the features, but most of the features of Apple Pay. Apple Pay is also just rolling out. We'll start to see if consumers like tapping their phone. I think it's an awesome feature.
I like it a lot.
I do, so we'll see. Now, of course, the other thing they talked about was the Apple Watch, and that has gotten a lot of controversy around it because fashion people are telling me it's not a fashion accessory. And tech people are saying it's not a tech accessory. And so I'm not quite sure what it is. If it's not a fashion accessory and it's not a tech accessory.
It's a nebulous void.
Well, for $349 to $1,200 or $1,300 or $1,500 for the ones encased in gold, you have to think about it. I read a really interesting article from a fashionista who said, would you wear a business suit or would you wear a dress suit and wear this Apple Watch out to a party if you were not a geek? And
good question.
I thought that was a really excellent question. As a tech person, it has very little value past looking at the phone for a notification that would be, looking at your watch for a notification that would be on your phone. I don't think I'm going to look at pictures on my iWatch. I'll take my phone out to show you pictures.
Yeah,
so
I don't know about that.
And by the way, I've just misspoken. It's not an iWatch. It's an Apple Watch. And it's not iPay. It's Apple Pay. And I think that's really important, too. Because what they're saying is the internet is over. We're Apple. It's a fashion brand. If you think about it, they invited 2,500 fashion press to the announcement. And they were just trying to say, we're Apple. So
does it make sense to you to spend $1,500 to get the gold one on something that's going to be technologically outdated probably in a couple of years?
Well, there's even a bigger question. If you think about what the phone's going to cost, which is $2,400 basically over the course of 2 years for the contract, and if you buy it retail, $949 for the big one, it's as low as $199 on contract. You could be looking, if you throw the watch in there, at a $5,000 commitment to this system. So you have to say to yourself, exactly who is this for? How many people are getting it? And do I want a watch that's part of an ecosystem that's going to set me back that kind of money?
From a fashion standpoint, I'm not sure about the Apple Watch.
But from a geek standpoint, I'm all over it, right? But from a normal person's standpoint, I don't know.
Shelly Palmer, find him on Twitter or ShellyPalmer.com. Shelly, thanks very much.
You got it.